Hello, everyone. I'm Amy Baghetti, a librarian at the Northeast State Baszler Library. Today, I want to talk to you about how to begin your research and different historical source types. First, let's talk about pre-research. Basically, pre-research is looking up general information about your topic to find search terms or phrases to use for your research if you don't know anything about your topic. You don't have to find a scholarly article or a book. You can use your class textbook or look up something online. You can see here, I've Googled molasses flood. The first result is a Wikipedia page. The second result was not useful. And the third result is from history.com. You can use the Wikipedia page or the history.com page because we are not looking for scholarly information so much as just trying to find something to get you started. When reading, you should look for the dates, people, or place names, different names for the event, and such. Anything you can use to search the library databases for information. On this page, you can see that the Great Molasses Flood is also called the Boston Molasses Disaster, and then it happened in Boston on January the 15th, 1919 at 12:30 p.m. You can also see the name of the company that owned the molasses and much more information that's probably useful on this page. All of this information will help you find scholarly sources for your paper. Just write down words and phrases to use later. Now next, I'm going to go ahead and cover the different types of sources you'll use for your historical research. Primary sources provide first-hand information or direct evidence about your research topic. They're created in the same time period as whatever you are researching. You can use people's archived papers, letters, diaries, or journals, old books, pamphlets, data. For example, the volume of molasses that flooded Boston, or the temperature that affected the storage barrel that busted open. You can use government documents, maps, objects like, for instance, period correct clothing, pottery, anything made by people in that time period. Oral histories are fantastic. You can listen or read a transcript of a person's firsthand account. Newspapers, print journals, or magazines from the time period you're researching give a wonderful immediate reaction to events. But remember, you can only use these when they were created in the direct time period you're researching. I had a student a few years ago who was researching a local ghost story and sent me their sources. One was a WJHL newscast about the haunting created for Halloween that year. I had to explain that because it was current and written by a general journalist with no bibliography or expertise, that they could not use it. However, I directed them to our newspaper databases, taught them how to use it, and they found an obituary about the people who died, 2 news articles about the car accident, and a lawsuit, all from the same year as the event. The old newspaper articles were great primary sources that proved there was a historical basis for the local haunting. Anyway, to continue though, I just wanted to emphasize that point about newspapers and such. Anyway, you can also use things like sound recordings, like speeches and plays, interviews, music performances, as well as like photographs, artwork, woodcuts, basically any image that provides information about your topic. Now, if you want more detail, I'm going to post the link to this page under the library resources module in the content section of your D2L page. Now, next, we're going to talk about secondary sources. These are usually books, Scholarly journal articles, theses, dissertations, basically, they are works that are well researched with bibliographies that are written by an expert in their field. Most of the time, your sources, especially at this stage in your college career, should be secondary sources. For example, I found this book by searching the library catalog for molasses flood. If you look up Stephen Pullo, you will find that he's got a master's degree in history, wrote several well-regarded books, and is an expert in his field. His book, while it doesn't have a traditional bibliography, lists extensively where he researched. This is a great scholarly secondary source. Now, last are tertiary sources. These are sources that are usually textbooks, dictionaries, and encyclopedias. Usually, you do not use these as sources for your work because they contain short, more general information about a topic. They're written by staff who are not experts and have no sources that show how the topic was researched. For example, if you look at this entry in the Encyclopedia Britannica, you can see that credit is given to the managing editor, and all the links to the other sources go directly to other entries in the encyclopedia. Because you cannot verify the content of the entry and it's not written by an expert, you should not use this source. I hope you've learned a lot of good information about pre-research and different historical source types. If you have any questions, my contact information is in your D2L content tab or right here on this page. Thank you so much.